Hello, this is Apocrypha from APOC Industries with episode 28 of the Ashlands. Our exploration using the Cinder Line and Hope Lines have not revealed any oil, so we're just going to move on with our lives for the moment as though we have no access to oil. Except for this tiny little patch here that we will eventually tap. So what I was thinking was the next big thing that we could do was set up an armory, basically something to produce ammunition, like proper ammunition, armor-piercing ammo, turrets, grenades, and military science, which also leads into setting up a proper science facility. The one problem that we have with that is that we don't currently have steel smelting, so that is going to be the first thing that we are going to set up today, is our steel smelters. And if memory serves, we have that kicking around in our box. And that is going to be somewhere around here, let's say. Do we need more than one? No, let's just start with one and see where that takes us. We're going to set up a station here, though. It's going to be an unload right, and it's going to be in line here. Wait, this is a load right. We want an unload right. There we go. And we'll slap that down right there. Boom. Boom. And this is all going to feed down into this station. Perfect. Perfect. Maybe not perfect, but definitely good enough for our purposes. Oh, jeez. Let's leave ourselves a little bit of room to maneuver here. We're going to be, again, building most of this with bots, so I'm not, super concerned with, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Point being, there is, we need to figure out what we need. That's the point. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a new blueprint. We're going to grab this whole thingamajigger here, including tiles. Boop. And this is going to tell us what we need, which is a bunch. So, first thing we need is a whole bunch. Let's get our car in, because it's faster to go back and forth. We gonna need 550 belts. We got them. We're gonna need 16 undergrounds. Really, that's it? Yeah, I know we got those. And we got the other things too. What else? We're gonna need rails. We've got lights. We've got fast inserters. We have got some filter inserters. Whoa, we're running out of circuits, but we can just grab some from here. Hooray, circuits! Okay. So we've got those, I think. I need a few more. Then we'll make some more of these for good measure. The other thing that we're going to need is about a billion regular inserters, I think. We need some more of these. We're gonna need some regular inserters. Where are they at? There they are. 200. Oh boy, we're gonna need more than 200. We're gonna need way more than 200. We're gonna need 384. Oh dear. Well, we have 100, 200, 300, 330. So we only need 50 more, I guess. 348, 40, 51. Okay, so we'll let that build up for a little bit more, and we're not as far off as I thought we would be. We need some iron chests, which we've got. And a cost combinator. Oh, and a bunch of bricks, huh? 900 bricks. How are we doing for bricks? I don't think we have any in our train, so let's just grab some here. 900, eh? That's some. That's not going to be all of them, but it's some. And how are you doing? 400. Is that enough? That's enough. Oh, and we also need iron furnaces or steel furnaces. How many of those do we need? 192. Oh, we have just enough here, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be roughly exactly enough. Onward! Should have all the stuff that we need now. Oh my goodness, except he went too far. Alright. Grab this stuff out of the car. Grab some other stuff out of the car. Our train is full. Oh dear. That's fine. We're going to shut our robots off for the time being and head up to the metal depot packs. The reason that we're going to shut our robots off at first is because we're going to build our path first. And that's easier to do when we have our robots off. Because otherwise they get really uppity and they try to build it for us. Which, I mean, we'd want them to do. I mean, let's be honest. But, where, aw, man. And then I'd like totally forgot to you know, grab all of my other bricks. Whoops. That's okay. If we need more bricks, we know we've got some down here at our brick station. Let's just pop all this stuff in the car, actually. Be an easy way to bring it upstairs. Boop, boop. 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 What else we got in here? Boop. Boop, boop. Yeah? I don't know. We can toss a lot of the stuff in the car. I wonder if we can just build stuff out of the car. Either way, for now, we are going to do what I just said and grab a few more bricks out of the brick place. Because I don't think we have quite enough. And I want to make sure that we do have quite enough. Alright. This time for sure. Except we're also going to hit some rocks on the way. Yeah. Come on, car. This is why we build paths. Alright. Give me your bricks. We're just going to build this whole path at full size. And were we just like not sure how far away this should be? Looks like 5 tiles, but look right there. And you are going to be gone. We're not leaving enough room for another smelter here, clearly. But the one that we have that we're making right now should, by all rights, be should be at least a good start. It's not going to produce like a full red belt of you know, anything, but like I said, a good start. And what we're going to do is we're going to plant ourselves kind of at a place where the belts are just going to push us down. We're going to repair our car. and turn on our bots and just let them do their thing. And if we pick up any rocks, then we'll toss our rocks in the trunk. That is going to be our plan. What are we running into? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Our car is apparently trapped by an inserter. Oh, no. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We got this. Let's get this here. Haha. Alright. Onward! Oh shoot, we're probably filling up with rocks. It's all good. I look forward to having actual robots to do this stuff. Nanobots are great, especially because we don't have oil, but look forward to having real robots. Are we going to have enough furnaces? Surely we are. Okay, the nanobots must take them out of our inventory before they actually get placed. That must be what's going on here. I also look forward to seeing this this up and running and in business because it is unlike any steel smelter that I've built before. So I got the recipe for it from some YouTube place. I'm not sure where exactly. Credit goes to somebody else for this though. Alright, so here's that. And they don't have power at the moment, which is probably alright. Because they're not doing anything anyway. What we do need to build is this station. Ow. Ow. You know what? You can go. Alright, we need to build this train station. Again, filled with rocks. Getting filled with rocks is just what we do, though. We're used to it by now. Ow. Ow. Alright. And you are also lacking power. What else is in here? Rocks. Can you, like, take my rocks? Probably not, eh? Let's bring our train up here to the stone drop-off, and we will drop off all of our rocks into the train. It should be here shortly. So for power, how are we going to do this? These have a power line which has kind of looked like this. We'll just do something like this. Now those all have power. Our station has power. Our car has a bunch of stone still, so we're going to toss that in there. Grab this stuff. Yeah. Our car is now empty. Pick that up. This is going to be dangerous, so we'll do our best to not walk across that. Now we just need to hook this up. And the way that we're going to hook this up, this is going to take 2 red belts of input. It's going to take 2 red belts of input like so. The coal is going to come from here. There we go. And coal is going to start spreading itself all around. Fantastic. And we are going to build a separate train for supplying the iron ore. And we are going to call this Iron ore drop off steel. It's going to have a dedicated train, which reminds me, can we make a train? No, we can't, because we don't have engine units. That's okay. We'll manage somehow. Oh, I see. Let's do this. And get rid of some of these rocks. As per usual, getting rid of rocks. And going up here. And you are going to be the same as this guy. Boink. There we go. Probably good enough. Sure. Right, we don't have enough for a train. So we're going to pop down and grab some engine units. And then we are going to hook up our new steel smelter. While we wait to get back to Bootstrap, have we found any more oil? We did find more copper, which again is not something we need. More stone, more iron. My goodness. My goodness. We are not finding oil. Coal liquefaction is something that we would actually need to have blue science for, but that would allow us to turn coal into other stuff. But I digress. We can't even consider that because we don't have the science for it. But what we can consider is grabbing more robots and grabbing, what do we come here for? Engines. There we go. Make one of these and two of these. And we can get things hooked up. And we're going back to Metal Depot packs. Which, as it happens, is not too far away. And we don't like having rocks because we run into them. So we definitely don't want to have rocks in our base. Alright. So now we are going to set up a train. We're going to set it up here. Here. Come on. And this train is going to look very much like this train, with the exception of having a different schedule, slightly. Instead of going to smelter iron drop-off, it is going to go to the steel drop-off until empty. There we go. And otherwise, you can just go. And this will start getting us some steel. Did I leave my car? I totally did. That's alright. And now that we have steel, we should have all of the materials stockpiling that we would need for our armory, which is going to produce piercing rounds, which needs iron, copper, and steel, turrets, which requires iron and copper, maybe even radars if we wanted to get some green circuits in there, grenades, which is coal and iron. We can just source the coal directly from coal deposit. Walls, we can maybe even set up a place to make walls. Maybe not. I don't know. The important things, though, are the steel, copper, and iron. We don't need a lot of steel, but we do need a lot of copper and iron. Copper and iron, we have lots of, though. Cool. So let's, while that's going, let's figure out, oh shoot, we need to also hook this up to the steel station. That would be helpful. Would it not? So that is actually going to come around on this side because we ran out of belts. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to go get some more belts, and then we're going to hook this up. That has to go in right there. That's going to need some belts. So go back to Bootstrap and get some belts. And belts are easy to get because we just go and we have them. There we go. And then back up to the middle base. And every time we come through here, we drop off at least a little bit of garbage to go into our little tiny smelters here, which are still working very hard. This is still a lot of copper here not tapped. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. So, this is going to come in here. These are both going to be steel, although realistically it's not going to come in on 2 red belts. Like, we're not going to have even 1 full red belt of steel coming in realistically. But our station is set up to take 2 belts, so 2 belts is what we're gonna spit out. It looks like our iron has arrived. Nice. Lovely. And that means that our steel is now coming out. Great. And this is going to be 1 red belt of steel. And like I said, that's pretty much all we're going to expect from this particular smelter is 1 red belt of steel. But, and I mean, furthermore, it's not even going to be a full red belt. It is what it is. And that's going to be balanced over here between the 2 belts and fill up all this evenly-ish. We may say that a full train is not actually going to be 8,000. We may say that a full train of steel is, let's say, I don't know, 2,000 instead. That way, like, we can limit our wagons for steel to be slow to walk across this stuff. Each of these rows will be at like 2,000, so we'll limit our steel wagons for their pickup to just 1 row like this. Although that would be with 2 wagons, that would be 4,000. Wait, no. Each of these is 1 row. That's 1 row of 10, which is 100 times 10. Each wagon will be 1,000. 2 wagons will be 2,000. So yeah, that's what we're saying. So cool. That is now up and running, and it will take a while before this all gets stockpiled. We're obviously only making maybe about 1,000 steel, 800 steel per wagon load of whatchamacallit here, ore, but that's all right. In terms of where to put the armory itself, that is not something that I've thought about at all yet, but perhaps off the cinder line as well. We have lots of room to work with. Heck, we could probably also just make it off the Hope line, maybe down here. Lots of room to work with. But that'll be something for next. Oh, we got more. That's more copper. That's not helpful. That'll be for next time. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. This has been episode 28 of the Ashlands. Look forward to catching you again.